when you buy this particular model, it doesn't come with an air hose. So keep that in mind when you make your purchase. In an attempt to stick with things that will be compatible, I went ahead and bought a Husky hose and a Husky, I guess, starter kit. It's currently about 116,000 degrees here in Arkansas, and this plastic is somewhat pliable. All right. To give you an idea, the temperature here is so hot that when I put my finger on this, it burns me. Not even kidding. I wish I had a thermometer to tell you. Well, let's just talk about a few things. These are the different quick air disconnect couplers. I want to say that we have some females and we have some males. That way, if we have two hoses, we could apply this to one side of the hose and this to the other side of the hose. This male plugs into the female. I don't know if you can see it down there on the air compressor. It also gives us another quick disconnect. So if we wanted to apply this to, let's say, the back side of our nozzle trigger apparatus here, then we can. We could also air up our tires. It gives us two different tips for that. This one will allow you to do like semi-truck tires when the air valve itself is facing the wrong direction. You could kind of go in and hook it. Man, that is burning me. It gives you some tips to air, footballs and basketballs and that sort of thing. It looks like it gives us some connections so we could lengthen our hose. It gives us a little air nozzle itself, which is probably what we're going to use on this, and some Teflon tape. It's so hot I have to hold on to the rubber of this thing because it's probably about 140 degrees. Now you can Teflon tape this if you'd like to. I'm not going to because this is not going to be a permanent installation. So we're just going to basically just finger tight it there. But we are going to need to put one of our male ends on it. The male ends come with already a Teflon tape on some of the threads. So this is going to be more of a permanent situation. Let me find us a little wrench that will affect this. All right, I'm back. So we're just going to use a 9/16 socket, something I could grip. And we're just going to give it a nice little twist. It's pretty much all you're going to need. On this channel, everybody, I try not to say the things that are, goes without saying. Because I really don't care if you mess up your own stuff or not. I'll tell you to lift with your back, not your legs. It's all jokes. But if you're one of those people that think that I know everything, I want to encourage you to go back to school. Make sure you don't cut into your own hose. That would not be good. Now on the end of this hose, it needs to be more of a permanent situation. Like you see here. This male end is going to go on this side. And this female end is going to go on the other side, just like that. Now we want to make sure we're using the compatible males. So I'm going to stick this in there and see if that that definitely connects nice. And just out of curiosity, we're gonna go ahead and try this too. See, that also works very nice. If we wanted to use a quick disconnect on a quick disconnect on a quick disconnect, that's how you do it. We're gonna go ahead and Teflon tape this. I'm still gonna need a wrench. There's plenty of videos on how to use Teflon tape, but in a nutshell, you want to go against the grain. So when you tighten it, it tightens the Teflon tape. So if I need to take this this male end and spin it from your point of view clockwise to tighten it, I want to make sure I also use the Teflon tape in a clockwise manner. I dropped this on the rocks. I probably just voided the warranty. Well, you're going to want to use an entire roll of this stuff on one connection. But if you're anything like me, you're just going to do like three or four times around. Excuse me. So what this Teflon is going to do for you, it's going to hopefully prevent any air from escaping. Should be tighter than normal to twist on. Let me go find a wrench that will work universally. All right, here we go. Just kidding. I need something else. So get the right wrench. So the bottom section is 9/16. You want to hold the bottom hose, tighten this, maybe just another half turn. That's probably all we're going to need. As far as this end's concerned, we're going to want to put this on there. We're going to do Teflon tape on this side. Again, going with the thread pattern in this case. Now with the camera's point of view, I'm doing counterclockwise. So I want to make sure that the Teflon, I'm not even sure you can see that. I want to make sure the Teflon also goes on counterclockwise because I'm holding it forward towards the truck, not towards the camera. Again, use the whole roll of Teflon tape, but if you're trying to save some money, don't. All right, what did I just do with my wrench here? There we go. Same principle. Just give it another half turn or so. That's all you're gonna need. Okay, so now our hose is done. We have our little chingoladera here. That's not even a word. Don't even have to look it up. We're gonna put it on there and we should have our working nozzle. Now, as soon as you go to plug this thing into your air tank, this hose is gonna fill up with air. And it's not gonna wanna conform. That's what I bought it for. If that's not what you're buying an air compressor for, then I don't know what you're doing in your own life. Okay, so that's pretty much it, but I do want to show you something. I went to plug this hose in, and this whole segment is rotating. So it's probably not a big deal. I certainly don't care. And then the last thing that we're going to try is we're going to let air out until the air compressor starts again. And we're going to see when that is. Because notice we let some air out and it's still on. I never turned it off. Let's see if I zoom in for you. So maybe it turns back on at 100 pounds. I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you liked this unboxing of the Husky 27-gallon air compressor. I bought this thing, I think it was like right around $500 out the door. Didn't really want to spend that much, but I did. So maybe I'll give a review of this thing in a few months after I've worked on my Jeep and ran the air tools for a while. Now, just to let you know, you're not supposed to run extra air tanks with this the way I'm going to. Probably going to avoid the warranty, or maybe it shouldn't. But by connecting the red tank and the black tank, I'm going to have essentially a 57-gallon air compressor. And that's going to help. That's going to help keep the airflow, consistent. As far as you just witnessed, by compressing that little nozzle, it only took me less than a minute to get it down about 50 pounds. So I got some stuff to clean up, so I hope you enjoy the outro music, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.